This is the plaintiff, Evans Fidelis. He says the defendant bought a car from him on eBay and then turned around and reversed the payment, stiffing him out of his money. The defendants never responded to him. PayPal unbelievably sided with her, and he just wants the judge to award him the $1,500 he's out so he can be done with all of this. This is the defendant, Anik Ali. She says the car the plaintiff sold her is completely shot. It stopped working on the road. Even the mechanic told her she was hoodwinked. She spent so much money on towing, gas, and a hotel that she's the one who's in fact owed money. Certainly not the other way around. She's accused of stiffing a seller. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $1,824.83 for all she's out.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says the defendant bought a car from him on eBay and then stiffed him. But the defendant says the car broke down almost immediately. It's the case of you e-bailed on me.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Okay, Evans Fidelis.
That's correct.
You are suing Anik Ali for $1,500. 1,000 of it time and aggravation, 500 of it reversed eBay charges. You're counterclaiming against him $1,824.83 because you want him to pay for your AAA membership on the Lemon that you say you bought from him, your insurance, an emergency stay at the Days Inn, and the car. You want him to pay you back for the car. I guess you want to keep the car, though, and registration. All right, let's hear what happened. Who has the car right now? You have the car.
I don't have the car.
You do not have the car. Okay,
Yeah.
We'll get to you in a second. Go ahead.
All right, this is the situation. Last year in October, I placed a car on eBay, a 1994 Accord, Honda Accord Coupe on eBay.
1994?
Yes.
Okay.
On eBay as is. Basically, in the description, I put all the discrepancies with the car to the best of my knowledge as far as like wiring issues and as far as the transmission. And on top of that, the car...
Do you have the actual advertisement?
Unfortunately, no.
Do you have the actual advertisement?
I did, but I don't.
Okay, go on.
So basically, in the eBay description, like I said, I placed all the discrepancies, all the problems with the car, wiring, and not only that, but about probably a month prior to selling it, I also got into an accident. So the front bumper also had some issues. The hood was pushed in, so the car was damaged, and I sold the car as is. And the buyer, Anik, she purchased the car. And as far as the transaction goes, when purchasing a car on eBay, an immediate $500 deposit goes directly to my account, and then the remainder balance gets given in person. So I placed the car on eBay for $625. So $500 went directly to my account, and then immediately the next day we met. I got the cash. I get the remaining balance in cash in person.
The $125.
And I gave her the title and registration for the vehicle.
Okay.
And I thought that was the end of the sale.
Okay.
So about like 3-4 weeks later, I got a phone call from her saying that DMV was giving her issues registering the car because originally we did not have a bill of sale. The only proof of transaction we had was the PayPal transaction saying that she was the buyer and I was the seller.
Right.
So I had to meet up with her again to sign a bill of sale in order for the rest of the car. Come to find out, the reason why the DMV denied her registration was because she made a bill of sale and forged my signature. So the DMV
How did they know that it was forged?
I'm not sure, but that's what she told me.
So then how did you come to find that out?
Because she told me that.
Oh,
when I met with her in person, and she even showed me the paper. She showed me the paper with the forged signature that she put, and the DMV placed an X by all the signatures that she put and told her to get my real signature next to it.
Tell me about that. What happened at the DMV?
Okay, I received the title that he had given me. And on the back of the title, it requests the seller's signature in order to transfer the title into my name.
Right.
So he had already given me the title.
Without signing it?
Right, on the back.
Okay.
So I just went, okay, well, I mean, he knows he sold me the car.
So you forged his signature?
Try and make his signature look a little bit like it because it's on the back of the title. Unfortunately, it's not the first time.
It's on the back of the title or it's not on the back?
I mean, it's not on the back, but I just
How did you know what his signature even looked like?
Because he had signed the front. The front already had a signature.
So apparently they didn't think you were a very good forger.
Right. So I just went, okay, well, so I have to contact him again in order to have his actual signature.
Okay, so that happens, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
everything's fine until it's not fine. And what happens?
Basically, I got an email from PayPal in December saying that
December's how much later?
about 3 months later, the original
Okay.
transaction was in October.
Okay, so 2 months later, you get an email from PayPal.
saying that the payment from that transaction was placed on hold, but it couldn't have been on hold any longer because it was done only in October, and I already received the funds from that payment months ago.
Okay, so did you contact PayPal?
Yes, I did.
And what'd they say?
And basically what they told me was that the buyer had placed a claim with their credit card or with their bank saying that the purchase was a fraudulent purchase and that they're charging me back the $500 deposit that she placed on the
What happened with
purchase.
PayPal? And why?
Okay, what happened was my mom had given me her credit card, and I saw this great deal on eBay. She knew I was going on a road trip. It was my birthday coming up. So I used her credit card to purchase this car, right? So I put in a bid for the car. It said it was sold to me at $500. And because it was in Brooklyn, there was no delivery charge. That's just what it said online. So, I told my mom after the fact, because I was going away on vacation, I just wanted to go relax, take some sun, not worry so much about.
Where were you going?
I was actually en route to Mexico.
In an 18-year-old car?
Apparently, yeah. I mean, I just figured I was going to take it very slow, drive 4 hours a day, take my time getting there. I had a month
an
rental.
18-year-old car to Mexico with how many miles on it?
Over 100,000 miles, Your Honor.
With over 100,000 miles.
I understand that, but I don't really think that's pertinent to.
You don't think it's pertinent?
I don't think that's pertinent as far as.
Put your hand down.
I'm willing to overlook a lot of these charges. So.
What? What do you mean? That's big of you. You're willing to overlook that you lied to PayPal and told your mother say she didn't authorize the car?
No. I didn't lie to PayPal.
What'd you tell PayPal?
I didn't tell PayPal anything.
What did you do when you claimed that the charge was a fraud, or your mother claimed that the charge was a fraud?
When the car broke down, I called my mom and I told her,
go contest the charge like it never happened. It's fraudulent. You never authorized it.
I said I was going to tell you that the car broke down, and unfortunately, I don't really think that for $500. After he sold me the car, and I specifically told him these are the amount of miles that we're going.
Oh, you specifically, when you bought the car, said, I need this car to get to Mexico.
Definitely did not, Your Honor.
No, right? Okay.
Okay.
You bought a car to go to Mexico? Or you happened to go to Mexico after you bought a car? Or you bought it on the idea that he warranted to you you'd make it to Mexico?
Never.
I'm sorry? No. You said, where was I going? I specifically answered
you told him the specific miles you were going. So, are you telling me that he warranted to you and make it to Guadalajara? I'm asking you.
No, I said, yes, he did. I said, do you believe this car can make a 2,000-mile trip?
What?
And he said,
I'm worried my car that is a lot younger than 18 won't make a 2,000-mile trip. But you're telling me he told you, yes, it'll make a 2,000 mile. All right, that's fine. And then the charge is called fraudulent. Which, of course, I know that's the only way that they'd reverse it, because PayPal doesn't get involved in as-is controversy.
What I said to my mom is, based that the car broke down in Virginia, the amount of miles the car went, I said the car broke down for no reason, and I could have died. My pet indirectly was killed.
How was your pet indirectly killed?
Because after that, I was left completely distressed. My mom had to go and purchase me another car. I, was really under a lot of stress and a lot of pressure. And you know what? To me, this isn't really a laughing matter.
No, I didn't hear the answer to my question. How was your pet indirectly killed?
She was killed by a car because my two pets were playing on the grass and a car hit my dog.
Yeah, but
she died.
What does that have to do with him, though?
Oh, I said it was indirectly. If the car hadn't broke down and left me stranded in the middle of nowhere,
where were you?
This wouldn't have happened.
Well, if your dogs were leashed, it also wouldn't have happened. But
I understand that. That's why I said indirectly.
Where were you when it broke down?
At that point, I was in Tuscaloosa. I decided to go explore a little bit in the new, really old, beat-up car my mom had purchased for me.
Okay. Now,
and try to make the best of a vacation that had been completely ruined for no reason.
So would you take a car with 100,000 miles on it on a 2,000-mile trip to Mexico?
Definitely not. No. Why would I do that?
Well, I mean, is 100,000 miles just too much for a trip like that?
Of course. Mexico's 2,000 miles away. That's way too far to try and chance it.
And it's a different country, right?
Yes.
So you wouldn't do it?
No.
Would you go 1,000 miles?
No.
Would you go 500 miles?
Maybe.
Would you go 100 miles?
Yes.
There you go, going inside the courtroom.
Do you understand what an as-is sale is?
You know what? As far as an as-is sale, as far as the description went on eBay, car one runs good. When I met with him, he told me.
You need to lower your voice a notch.
Okay. When I met with him, he told me the car runs really good. The only thing that's wrong with it is there's some wiring. The front light, he had done some detailing and the light wasn't working. And then he said to me, the light wasn't working. And then he said, other than that, the car runs really good. So I figured, don't work
made it
the
to
car.
Tuscaloosa. I didn't think it would make it that far.
Well, you know what? I didn't plan on suing him because the car broke down. He's suing me.
Of course
and
he is.
I'm saying the car broke down.
He's suing you because you or yours told PayPal that you didn't make a purchase that you did. That's how he's suing
what
you.
I told my mom was to reverse the charge for having the car break down.
That's not. I guarantee to you that's not what your mother did. I guarantee to you that the same person
I can guarantee you that's
First
exactly
of all,
what I told my mother, Your
you
Honor.
need to take it down a notch or you can walk out. It's one or the other. But you cannot continue to yell at me after I've asked you to lower your voice. And you don't just start screaming when I'm talking because you don't like what I'm saying. I don't know what world you surround yourself with up to now where you get to do that, but in court you don't. Because I can't run a courtroom that way.
That's fine.
Okay, good. Here's the deal. When someone sells you a used car, it is an as-is sale by operation of law. And that means that everyone who buys a used car had best go out there and get it thoroughly researched beforehand by a mechanic so that you know if it's the kind of car that's going to suit you. Because regardless of what somebody tells you about the car, like runs good, which is perfectly fine, and it obviously runs good because it ran all the way to Tuscaloosa, okay, that is not a warranty. If you want to know what's going to break down and when it's going to break down, then you have a mechanic look at it. But most people buying a $600 car probably aren't going to spend $150 for a mechanic to look at it. They know they bought a $625 car. And they're going like this and wondering how long it's going to last them. Not you, you're buying it to go to Mexico. And then you make it all the way to Tuscaloosa. And it's his fault that it broke down. It's his fault that your pet, indirectly, that your pet got run over. It's his fault.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Let's see.
I did not make it to
You want him to pay for the car. You want him to pay for the registration. You want him to pay for your AAA. You want him to pay for insurance for a month. And you want him to pay for your hotel stay. All right. On what legal premise would I possibly have him do all that when the car drove perfectly all the way to Tuscaloosa? By the way,
it did not make it to Tuscaloosa, Your Honor.
I asked you where you broke down. That's where you said you broke down. I didn't make that up.
I didn't say that. You didn't ask me that. The car broke down in Whiteville, Virginia.
Why'd you mention Tuscaloosa?
You asked me where my dog had died.
Okay. You said your dog had died where your car broke down.
Yeah. Not that car. The second car my mother had purchased for me.
Wow, it's really indirectly. Okay. I'm going to order her to pay you the $500 that got reversed PayPal. By the way, did they charge you any service charges or anything else like that?
They just should charge me an extra $20.
I'm going to order her to pay you that extra $20. I'm also going to order punitive damages in the amount of $500 as well, because I think she very blatantly ordered her mother or requested her mother to lie in order to get that charge. So based on that fraud count, because that's a fraud on her part, I'm ordering her to pay you another $500. On your counterclaim against him, $0. $1,020 verdicts for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So the plaintiff has won this case here in the People's Court. Come on in here. What's your feeling coming out of the courtroom now, right here?
Well, I lost.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Getting into it back and forth with the judge in the courtroom didn't work too well to defend yourself.
Well, I mean, I was just responding to the tone of voice she specifically spoke to me in.
Oh, okay. Getting the charges reversed on PayPal Were you able to get those charges reversed?
I didn't do that. My mother did
Your mother
that,
did
so I
just
really
fine.
don't know how she
You
did
don't know
that.
how
All
she
I did
did it?
was call her, tell her this car left me stranded, and I don't really think that, she should have to pay for it
Do you
because it
think
was going to be a
PayPal would
birthday
reverse
present.
the charges just because the car you bought broke down?
I don't really know. I really didn't take so much time to kind of look into sort of all of the logistics. It had to do with, PayPal, used cars, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. All right. All right, sir. So step on in here and how about you?
I'm good, man. Justice was served today, man. I just want to thank Judge Millian for her decision, and I just want to get back to my life, man. That's all, man. I'm just happy this is over.
What do you think of the lady you sold the car to?
I mean, it's unfortunate.
Now that you've met her.
It's unfortunate about what happened to her dog, but honestly, what she did to me was wrong. I mean, I sold her a car as is, and then she tried to do that, and she wanted to stick me with the charges. That's just ridiculous.
As is. Harvey?
Punitive damages are awarded for fraud, oppression, or malice, and in this case, there's clear proof of fraud on the defendant's part. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.